Finally, we have done it, y'all. I've been waiting a long time for this. Years have passed. I'm talking about years. And we have not displayed what I watched tonight. I mean, this was absolutely beautiful. The ability to go in and beat the New York Football Giants. I'm talking about in the rain. The elements was at an all-time high. I mean, you have so many questions on this team. And the defense, my goodness. I mean, I knew from last year, we were going to be exceptionally well. But seeing this on national TV against a division rival, first game of the season, I mean, this is all that I wanted to even ask for. It was more than I asked for, really. I did not realize how good we were. I mean, every drive, it seemed like, except for the first drive. The first drive that New York had, it was, it seemed like they were running the ball. They were going right down the field on us. But, all it takes is that one bad play. And the defense just pretty much did their thing. I'm talking about, I never expected this to this level. Like, in the past, last year, we were good. I mean, that defense, I was upset because we didn't capitalize on what the defense provided for us. But this year, this is another level. I'm talking about we have second and third units, and they're performing with the same intensity as the starters. And in the past, we've always had issues with the defense stopping the team, one last drive, or we have injuries, and then we can't stop a team. We need one stop just to get them to stop. But this year, it is completely different. Like, these guys under Dan Quinn's leadership are performing at maximum. I'm talking about maximum. And their practices are more intense now. This is so beautiful. I really did want to see Philadelphia lose today, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm really, really, really excited about this year. The offense, I feel like they really, of course, they weren't at their top game. But, I think we have to work that out a little bit. I wasn't impressed with the tight ends at all. Dak was throwing some pretty good balls tonight, and they weren't catching them. Hendershot and Ferguson. I mean, Ferguson, you dropped a couple balls. Hendershot, you dropped, I think it was a touchdown pass. It was right there. It was a beautiful pass. But nevertheless, I'm still so motivated about where we can go this year. I love that Dak looks more comfortable in the pocket. He has, it seemed like he has settled down. And hopefully with Mike McCarthy calling the plays now, it will work better. The defense, though, the offense didn't have to do too much tonight, but that defense is going to do its thing every week, it seems. Even, if we have injuries and have to call up, the second tiers, they're still going to perform. So I feel like, that offense, though, we have to get that offense where it needs to be. I wish we would have played, the number one offense in the preseason so they could have at least got some rest off of them. But, I get it. You don't want them to get injured. Even though, you got, Patty Mahomes, you got all these guys out there playing in the preseason, but it seems like we never do that. And I feel like today, the offense, you could tell the offense didn't play in the preseason at all. But it is what it is. Tony Pollard, I call him Pollard's chicken. I think the man is amazing. That one touchdown when, he was rolling out and he just pretty much stopped and just got in there. If that was Zeke, I don't think he would have got in there. I think Zeke probably would have just tried to force his way in there. But with Tony Pollard, you have the agile function that he provides, and like Wanye Thomas balled out on undrafted play. I mean, these are very good coaching decisions and by the front office, bringing guys in and developing them and making right choices. And then when you have Gilmore and Diggs on the ends, my goodness. I mean, you have Diggs and Gilmore on the end. And then you got a multitude of players on that line, not to even mention Parsons. Seriously? Parsons? This dude, Parsons, is a beast. I'm talking about generational talent. And Dan Quinn is just doing such a masterful job. I mean, it almost feels like it wasn't fair. Like it was, I want to say it was like 26-0. The Giants still weren't trying to pass the ball. They were just simply running the ball. And then, I get up here looking at all of these different, shows, that we look at, ESPN and Fox and all of that. And everybody talking about, Daniel Jones is better than, a lot of people saying Daniel Jones is better than Dak Prescott or Darren Waller. They keep talking about this Darren Waller from the Raiders. Like he was gonna be a complete difference maker. Like the dude did all right, but come on. Like they talking about we couldn't match up with Darren Waller. I think it was Bart Scott up there talking crazy. Talking about Darren Waller and all this stuff. And that defense is coming to play. I mean, you're gonna have some playmakers to slow us down in this defense. Like this defense is covering. So you can have your Darren Wallers or whatever, but I mean, it doesn't matter. This defense is honest and they're being true to their assignments and they're smart. And they're fast as I don't know what. I mean, this is a fast defense. You have to give credit where credit is due. They've built this team up pretty much. They've added some great free agent additions as well as had some great drafts. And now I feel like this definitely is our time. We have to capitalize on this team. We can do great things this year. Hopefully we will make it to the bowl. Even if we make it to the NFC Championship game, I don't think that's far-fetched at all. I mean, there are only several teams in the NFC. We have, Philly, of course. You got San Francisco. We have us, Dallas, and then you have, maybe the Rams. But if any time is the time, this is it. I mean, there's no Aaron Rodgers in our division. You know what I mean? We used to get beat by Green Bay almost every time at the end of the year. I mean, come on. And speaking of Aaron Rodgers, we gotta play the Jets next week. Hopefully they'll just celebrate this for 24 hours or whatever, and then we'll move on to the Jets. I feel like the Jets' offensive line though cannot handle our defensive line. I feel like that D is gonna be the foundation for us, and all Dak has to do is just not turn the ball over. And I know last year he did a lot of turnovers, but he's been in the league so long. I don't feel like that's who he is. I feel like he is going to, take what the defense gives him and be aggressive when he have to. But other than that, we have weapons all across the field, and this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun, y'all. I really do look forward to this season. And I'm so happy for Dak. You know what I mean? Because it's like now, it's like, okay, I'm into my own. Like this is what it is, and I was hoping CD would get a little more. I know he had like 77 yards today, but I was hoping he would get a touchdown. But it is what it is. Brandon Cooks, this dude made a 4th and 3 catch across the middle and got blasted. The man is one of the smallest dudes on the field, but he still held on to the rock. That says a lot. Coming across that middle, you're going to get destroyed possibly. And it just says a lot about, his maturity as a veteran. Michael Gallup, You know, I still love you, bro. You had that one catch, it was out of bounds, but you know, you still doing your thing. And you know, I just feel like that offensive line has come together. Even though, you know, we, you know, had to do some mix up at guard. I'm glad Tyron Smith held it out. Tyron Smith played. I didn't even think he was gonna play today, but he played. And he did good or whatever. So that's a plus. It's always a plus when Tyron Smith can get through a game. And that special teams, man. I mean, my goodness. When have we ever blocked a field goal? Not even that. When have we ever blocked a field goal and then returned it? You know what I'm saying? Not only that, we have people getting blasted when they catch the ball and the ball is flying up in the air. Okay, it's wet out there, but we're both playing under the same conditions. And New York Football Giants, y'all went to the playoffs last year and y'all talking all this trash. And it's like, y'all not that bad. So I know what the narrative is going to be tomorrow probably on these shows. You know, was it good Dallas or bad Giants and all of this crap? This was a dominant victory of epic proportions to start the season off against a division opponent on the road. Like, and it's raining. I mean, come on. This was definitely a good Dallas victory, and we got to give them their props. My hat's off to them because I've been waiting for this. I've just been waiting for this so long. And it was just glorious to be able to just see this firsthand on national TV. And it's on. It's on. So I'm about to get some rest, try to get ready for tomorrow. And you all be safe. Hit that like and subscribe. And I'll talk with you soon.